I'm not quite sure how to start this video, and I'm a little nervous because I haven't made something like it. But I just finished watching a video from Golf Cart called Markiplier is Broken. And it was just mainly just a video emphasizing and like highlighting pretty much just Markiplier's life and his mission and what he's done and everything like that. And it made me realize that we need more people like Markiplier in this world nowadays. And by this world, I think mainly mean like online. On social media and everything, I feel like it's gotten so deep and so toxic and so like money and reward driven that it's not what it used to be. And I'm playing Rocket League while doing this because this is, a game I enjoy. So I was like, what better to just, throw some gameplay in the back because I haven't face revealed yet. Otherwise, this would just be like one of those talking videos. But I've always thought about this. I don't have anyone I look up to anymore on YouTube like I did back in the day. Back in the day, I would watch Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. And everyone's like, yeah, they're just YouTubers and whatever. But as kids growing up, those guys were more than just YouTubers to us. Those guys were our role models. They were who we learned stuff from. Who we, learned how to be and how to act. Those guys were a lot more than just YouTubers or influencers to us. And nowadays, I don't see too many of those anymore. I see a lot of people, a lot of like fast-paced content that's driven and to get like views and clicks and everything. But I don't see very many role models for the younger generation. With YouTube Kids and everything, they're very clearly exposed to this platform early on. But without proper role models and like good people to watch and to learn things from, it's gonna be really detrimental to us, especially if all the kids are watching nowadays are people driven by earning money off them. That's not gonna be good for everyone in the long run, or anyone in the long run. But back in the day, we had people like Markiplier, who I think is a perfect example and a not perfect role model. Let's not go too far. He's still a human, but he was an amazing role model for everyone growing up. Maybe not everyone, but you know what I mean. He was so vulnerable and so okay to fail and to show who he really was. And he wasn't fully, profit-driven or success-driven. He wanted to help people. And he wanted to get in contact with people and make people smile. And obviously there's still that nowadays, but I feel like we're losing some of it. And I don't think that's good for us. I feel like we need more Markipliers. And that's kind of what I aspire to be. I was, debating not making, any videos like this because, it's not the gameplay that I've been posting, and what if, it's not received well and whatever. But then I thought, that's going completely against what I'm saying. I shouldn't be focused on improving people's lives and, being genuine and honest and open once I have an audience. Because then it's too late. Then you've already, established this audience from the bottom of just being that profit-driven, success-driven kind of model. So, I was thinking about it, and no matter how small you are, no matter how many people watch your videos, I think we have to put in more work to be honest and be open and be vulnerable for people, so when they see these videos, they know that that's alright, and that's how you should be, and you should care about people. I really think we need more of that. So, instead of trying to grow bigger, I have 100 subscribers. I wouldn't say I've worked super hard, obviously I put in some work, but even if 100 people hear this, I think it's better than none. And it's good to show that you mean it the whole way through. It doesn't matter if you are already there, already have the success, already have the money, and then go, everyone should help everyone. Because what's that gonna do, Everyone's gonna think you're a self-centered loser who already made their fortune and is already chilling, and they're just saying this to, just say it. So, I think it's worthwhile to show it the whole way through. From start to finish, wherever I go on this journey, I want it to be a little more genuine and open. And I do it because I enjoy it, and I like talking to people, and I think it's really cool, mainly, that you can reach so many people on one or two platforms. Millions of people can see your stuff. I think that's insanely cool. I think that's so amazing. That's why I wanted to do it. But the more I'm here and the more I like look into it, the more I start thinking, oh, I want to get like this bigger number. I want to hit 500 subscribers so I can get monetized, and that would be amazing. And I want all this. And then I see a Markiplier video pop up in my recommended, and I go, like, I think to myself, like, is that really what I want? Is that really why I'm doing this? Just like so I can see a number go up, so I can maybe make money? Like, what happened to caring about people and wanting people just to talk to people, you know? What happened to being that role model that I always saw growing up? I know I'm not, like, old enough or, like, have enough experience and everything to be as good of a role model as he ever was. But I still think I can do a better job than I'm doing right now. And a first step to that is obviously start, you know, being a little more open about, like, my thoughts and everything. And, like, I know I haven't done a face reveal or anything, which makes it harder to do these videos with just gameplay in the background. Eventually I'll do a face reveal, it's just not yet. So, but the first step to becoming that role model that I want to see is exactly to do just this. To talk about topics I think are important and interesting, and to not be shy or afraid to actually do that. Because that's what we need in this world, or on this platform more, are people like Markiplier. We need role models for the younger generation. People they can look up to and learn real stuff from that's valuable and actually, like, good. You're not learning how to be, like, just some money-hungry loser. You're learning how to be a person. You're learning how to be vulnerable, how to talk, how to care about people. And I want that more. Even if I only have 100 subscribers, I want to show that. And I want this to be, from the ground up, something that I make a priority. Because if I do get bigger, I don't want this to be a thing where people learn bad lessons, or I'm just one of these, like, gameplay commentary YouTube viewers who, like, you know, that's, you know, I don't want that to be. I want people who actually watch me and to know me to see me as a good role model, if they're younger. If they're older, just be, you know, proud of what I'm doing, or, like, hopefully they see this as a good message or whatever. But that's what I want this to be. And I want this to be a community thing. I want to build a community of people who are, like, you know, kind, funny, watch my stuff, enjoy it, like me, you know, we can all chat together. Another person I want to talk about, maybe just a little bit. I didn't make a script or anything, I actually just recorded this after just seeing that video, and I was like, I kind of have to make this. Like, I don't want to, like, keep going without posting this, because I think it's important. Charlie. Everyone knows him. You guys know who I'm talking about. Everyone loves Charlie. And I think he's another good role model because he's not afraid to say what he thinks. He's not afraid to give his actual opinion on topics. Obviously, you know, he's a little goofy sometimes and does stuff, but when it comes down to it, he's straight to the point, gets his point across. He's not afraid to speak out on issues he thinks are important. And that's a good quality to have as well. So I respect him for that and everything he's done with, you know, speaking out and showing people that it's okay, and, like, bringing light to topics that are bad, even if they're not, like, super important topics. They're just maybe in the game industry, and stuff he's doing recently is criticizing Nintendo all the time, trying to keep them accountable. I think that's important too. It's just I didn't find him until way later. Markiplier was the main role model, and I think Markiplier is more of a role model that shows how to be a human. Charlie is, like, really good at showing, you know, how you can stand up to things, and, like, just because it's a big corporation and you've dealt with it for a while doesn't mean you should have to put up with everything forever. But I really just wanted to make this to prove to myself, mainly, what I want this to be, and who I want to be in the future. And how I think it's hard to be that nowadays. Everyone sees the success of other people, and it's just so hard not to want that to yourself. But we can't let that come at a cost of humanity and teaching people how to be a person and how to be vulnerable. I don't want that to happen. I want people to be able to be themselves. And that's what I want this to be. So, even if I'm not the biggest, even if I'm not very good at what I do right now, I'm still gonna keep putting in work, and I'm gonna make more of these probably with thoughts in the future about stuff, and what I think needs to be done, and, you know, everything like that. Because it's important. And not enough people are talking about it nowadays. And no matter how small you are, no matter how big you are, everyone can learn a thing or two from Markiplier. Everyone. And I mean that. No matter how good of a person you are. Like, are you showing that? Are you teaching your fans to be that good of a person too? You know, are you using your money for good? Are you, like, making money? Like, are you being transparent about it? Are you showing people that it's okay to be transparent about things like that? Everything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much my whole thoughts on it. I've got not too much more to say. We'll finish this game out, of course, because we're already here. Didn't really focus on the last game, not even really focusing on this game. My, you know, MMR is tanking right now, but that's alright. It's worth it. But yeah, that's what I think needs to happen, and that's what I would love to be in the future. If I could look back and be that role model for anyone, I would feel so proud of myself and be so happy if I could be that good of a role model to anyone and teach them what I want them to learn. I would be happy. That's all I would need. And if I want to be that, I've got to start. So this is that start. But now, let's lock in. Let us put these guys away. 0-0, we're going to win this game because I want to win this game. I can't tank my MMR. I was just getting higher. I hit Champ 1 Div 3, and that's the highest I've ever been. Yeah, it's just a video game, but I care about it heavily. I put way too many hours into this. Alright. Okay. Ooh. I'm like throwing off my gameplay commentary now because I was just focused on not gameplay commentary. Yeah, teammates got that. I'll touch here. I just get demoed. I always get demoed. I'm always demoed. We'll follow this up here. Oh, he whiffed. I should have known. OT. Alright, next goal wins. And with that, we'll end the video. I think I'll title it, YouTube needs more Markipliers, because it does. That's just a fact. Oh, bad hit. Thumbnail, I don't know what I want the thumbnail to be, but I want this video to go out right away, because I think it's better for it to be posted earlier instead of later. Other than that, with that goal, that marks the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what I could do better. Let me know how I could be more genuine just through voice, you know? Without my face reveal yet. Without me being able to just throw on a camera and just talk to it. Let me know how I can be more genuine from then on. Like, if it's just talking about topics like this more, or whether it's, you know, something I can do to show my sincerity, you know? It's always good to do that. I do have a really big video in the works, so hopefully, like, that can, you know, show you need to put in hard work or whatever, but that's what I want to be. So, YouTube needs more Markipliers. Please think about it. Do a little reflecting, you know? Open your heart up. And just don't let it go to waste. Don't let what he did end in vain. We all need to take steps off what he's done and continue working forward. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, Markiplier, for being there for me when you didn't know who you were from the start, and always being a role model, and actually teaching me really important stuff that I needed to learn growing up. And with that, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Have a wonderful day.